the emperor who put his enemy on trial after he was dead. In the ancient world, death did not always mean peace. Sometimes it meant something far more unsettling, because power did not end at the grave, and neither did revenge. In the year 897 AD, in Rome, a spectacle unfolded that would become one of the strangest trials in history. A dead man was summoned to court. This event is now known as the Cadaver Synod. Months earlier, Pope Formosus had died. His body was buried, his reign apparently over. But politics in Rome at the time was unstable, divided between rival factions fighting for control of the church and the empire. Formosus had made powerful enemies while alive, and one of them had just become pope. His successor, Stephen VI, did something almost unthinkable. He ordered Formosus's corpse to be exhumed from its tomb. The body, already decomposing, was pulled from the grave. It was washed, dressed again in papal robes, placed on a throne inside a basilica, and then, in front of clergy and officials, the trial began. A deacon stood beside the corpse to answer questions on its behalf. Stephen accused the dead pope of perjury, of ambition, of illegally assuming the papacy while already serving as bishop elsewhere. The charges were read aloud formally. Arguments were presented. Witnesses were heard, all directed toward a lifeless body slumped on a throne. Imagine the atmosphere in that room, the smell, the silence, the tension. Why go to such extremes? Because in that era, legitimacy was everything. If Formosus's actions were declared invalid, then the political decisions he made, including the crowning of an emperor, could also be invalidated. This was not just about hatred. It was about rewriting authority. When the verdict was delivered, the corpse was declared guilty. Stephen ordered the papal garments stripped from the body. The 3 fingers used for blessings were cut off, a symbolic act meant to undo his sacred authority. Then the body was dragged through the streets of Rome. Eventually, it was thrown into the Tiber River. It was meant to be a final humiliation, a message to rivals, a demonstration that power could reach beyond death itself. But something unexpected happened. The public reaction was not fear, it was outrage. Many Romans were disturbed by what they had witnessed. Even in a brutal medieval world, this crossed a line. Rumors spread quickly. Some claimed strange events followed: floods, unrest, whispers that divine punishment was near. Whether superstition or coincidence, instability grew. Within a year, Stephen VI was overthrown. He was imprisoned. And later, he was found dead in his cell, reportedly strangled. Meanwhile, Formosus's body was said to have been recovered from the river and reburied properly. Subsequent popes annulled the trial. The Cadaver Synod was declared invalid. In trying to erase Formosus' authority, Stephen ensured that history would never forget him. The trial, meant to destroy a legacy, ended up immortalizing it. And that is the strange paradox of power. Sometimes, the more violently you try to silence someone, the louder their story becomes. The Cadaver Synod forces an uncomfortable question. If someone is willing to prosecute a corpse, how much of justice is truly about truth? And how much is simply about control? In the ancient world, reputation could survive death, but so could vengeance.
If you enjoyed this story, just imagine what's coming next. Subscribe so you don't miss anything. And follow me on my other social media links in the description and bio